is for my friends with paranormal talk. Because if you're not into it, this isn't going to do anything for you. So, my friend found out that she was dying with cancer, and I got to spend some time with her before she ended her life, with the help of, hospice and nurses and all that. And right before she passed away, I said, okay, I've been thinking about how I want you to communicate with me. And I don't want you to do a hummingbird. I don't want you to do a butterfly or dragonfly, because everybody does that. And it will be hard to tell. So I've never had a bird come and tap at my window. She used to have these wild turkeys that would come and tap on her window to get food all the time, which is what made me think of it. I said, I want you to, if you can, be a bird and tap at my window. Because I've never had that happen before. She's like, I'll see what I can do. I'll try. Okay. So a few days ago, I'm in my car on a long drive home. And for no reason other than the fact that I'm fucking crazy and I'm losing my marbles, I had like a 20-minute long conversation with her about how it works on the other side. Obviously, one-way conversation, but I was in the car and I had all kinds of questions about, like, can you hear me if you're with your family? Can you still hear me? Do you, like, divide your time? How does that work? Which family members? Like, we talked about signs. I shouldn't say we talked about. I talked about signs and how do we know if it works, and I mean, just questions and just asking her. And I jokingly said, oh, it'd be great if you could be a bird and land on the windshield, but I'm driving in traffic, and so that would not be wise. So I have this long conversation about signs and being sure and, like, knowing for a fact that it's her. So the next morning, this happens. So then, of course, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, I've never had this happen. So this bird was like obsessive. This was going on for hours. And every time I would open the slider, because I was like, oh, I'll just let her in. If it's my friend, I'll let her in. I opened the slider, she would fly away, and then she would immediately fly to exactly the opposite side of my house and sit I have like a glass window, and she would sit there and just stare inside and then come back again. And this went on for hours, and sit on the ladder, and I'll show some more footage. And then we thought, okay, then she comes back again. Then the next day, again. And the next day, again. And this morning, again. And now it's like every morning she comes. And I mean, I was like, tap, tap, tap. She would just stare at me and just tap, 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 tap. So I'm thinking to myself, I asked her to do something before she died. This is literally the most extreme version of exactly what I asked her to do. Like, I cannot think of a way that it could be more of what I asked her to do. So if I have all of this and then write it off as being like a sick bird or an obsessive bird or an attached bird, then, like, what was the whole point of me asking her to do it? So, love to get your thoughts. Bird people, love to get your thoughts. Paranormal TikTok or paranormal talk people, love to get your thoughts. But now I'm taking my coffee in the morning and going to sit out there and see if my friend wants to come say hi.